Hello. My name's Vicky. Um, and this is my first video. A little some facts about me. I'm currently a senior in high school. I'm 17. I live in Southern California. I do nails. I love to read, and I love talking to myself, which is kind of the main reason I started this channel in the first place because it's less embarrassing to talk to a camera than just in my room alone about random things. This channel will probably mainly be, I don't have like too strict of a plan for it. I just know that I want it to be about books and my life. And obviously, as a senior, I'm going through the college application process right now. And I kind of want to share that in any way I can, just to kind of, I mean, in less than a year, I'll be a college student, and I want to have that transition kind of immortalized, whatever, in on video, which is why I am making this video and starting this channel in general. Also, I've just always loved YouTube, and I think it's such a cool way to kind of like give anyone and everyone an insight on individual people's lives. So that's me. Um, you'll probably learn more about me as the channel grows, hopefully. But for now, to the like a couple people, if anyone that sees this, know that I welcome you. I'm so happy you're here. I don't think anyone will see this, but if anyone does, thank you so much. And I'll just get started. So this video, that was like my introduction portion, but mostly I want it to be, as I stated, like I love books. So for the first video, we're gonna be doing a little bit of a fall TBR. If you don't know what TBR stands for, it means like to be read. I think. Whoa, I think I've been in the book community for a couple years now, but it's my first time kind of videoing about it, if you will. So I will be doing the books that I plan to read in the months of October slash November ish. Although in November I'll probably make another one of these with my winter TBR because obviously winter, yeah. Anyways, so let's start. For the first book, I got this recommendation from TikTok. Whoa, I know, but this is from, I think the account name is Beware of Pity. Her name's like Melissa. She, I love her so dearly. She's one of the only TikTokers who I genuinely listen to when it comes to book recommendations because I am a freaking book talk veteran, bro. I have been on that app with books before it was named Book Talk. Book Talk. I have seen it all. Every bit of discourse, everything. I've lived through it as a spectator, and I never want to be part of that. I think it's a great community on its own, but there's too many little issues where I can't do it. So I think the community of books on YouTube is a little safer for me personally, as a young reader. But anyways, so this first book, her account name is Beware of Pity. This is Beware of Pity by Stephen Zweig. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Um, she, I love her videos, and her book recommendations seem so genuine, so honest, and I just think I needed to get on this. I've been following her for a while, and I finally got this book a couple days ago because last week I think I went to Barnes and Noble and they didn't have it, and I was like, okay, and so I had to get it off Amazon, but it's okay. It's cheaper anyways. Yeah, super excited to read this. I know it's about a girl. Watch me be wrong. I think I'm wrong. Wow. Anyways, ignore me. I don't know. I read a lot of books with girls coming of age, so we're gonna pretend like I'm right. But yeah, it looks super interesting, and I just love. I think she described it as being somewhat nostalgic, and I love that. I don't get enough of that in the books that I read, so I'm excited. The next one is another recommendation. Sorry, another recommendation by Melissa. This one's Abigail by Magda Zabo. I think that's how you pronounce her name. This one is about a girl, so yay. Um, again, so excited to read this. This one, I mean, these I'm counting them as like fall. because they're all more serious. Like the themes of nostalgia and growing and changing, I think is very in theme with fall and kind of entering that later stage of life. I'm 17, so it doesn't apply to me, but in books, I mean, of like growing and learning, I think fall very much falls in line with that. So that's what I think. This one, another recommendation by Melissa. Sorry guys, I love her, but I think this is the last one in here that's a recommendation by her. But this one's The Vet's Daughter by Barbara Commons. This one she described. Okay, I don't want to like regurgitate her videos, but it's basically like horror esque, which guys, it's fall. Come on, and we're in October. Like this is spooky season. I need to get on that. I'm not much of a horror girly, but I want to be more of a horror girly because I think horror books are so cool, and I like horror movies. So I need to get on that. I've been reading too much romance, too many classics. I need to tap into horror. So, and you'll see later in the video. I'm trying, but yeah. Um, Shocking realism with a visionary edge. Harrowing and haunting. I love that. Next book is by an author that I've been reading for a while. I haven't read one of his books in a long time, but it's Schoolgirl by Osamu Dazai. I've read No Longer Human and The Setting Sun. Setting Sun was one of my favorite books when I at the time that I read it. Um, so I'm excited to read this. It's also very, very small, so I love a good easy read where I don't have to commit too much because if I don't like it, I don't have to, I didn't lose like 5 hours of my day. You know what I mean? Like, this is probably, I could get through this in like maybe like 2 hours or less. So I like the lack of commitment and I like the authors. So I just thought, and this to me is fall esque because I don't have an excuse. Actually, I just picked it up last week and I wanted to throw it in here because it's on my TBR. Next, another Japanese author. This is Rashomon. Oh, I did not pronounce that right. And 17 Other Stories by Ryunosuke Akutagawa. Guys, if you see a pattern here, you're probably a Bungo Stray Dogs fan. I was the biggest Bungo Stray Dogs fan in quarantine, and that bled through into my reading. It's what started me off reading Dazai, and from there, I kind of, whenever I'm perusing the bookstores, I kind of do unintentionally keep an eye out for the authors that I recognize, and this is one of them. Also, this is the Penguin Classics Vitae, not Penguin Classics, sorry, Penguin Vitae. I don't know how to pronounce that. Vitae, um, kind of things, and it looks fall-y to me, autumny. So I'm gonna count it. Um, sorry. Now we're getting into the books that are classics that I probably should have read but have not read because they intimidate me a little bit. First and foremost, this one is kind of relevant as there's been discourse with the fact that a movie is in production or to be in production. I don't know. And they casted Miss Margot Robbie and Mr. Jacob Elordi to play Kathy and Heathcliff. Wuthering Heights. Um, I will not speak on the discourse because I haven't read the book, but basically I know that it's just they casted the characters that don't. That's not how the characters are supposed to look. I think Kathy's like 18 or 19, and Heathcliff is supposed to be not white, so there's obviously miscasting there. But anyways, I picked this up recently. I loved the cover. It's by a Cuban artist, so like, hey, representation. But yeah, I don't know. It looked pretty cool. Oh my god. Oh, I got. Oh no, I got. Okay, so like the other day, I went to Disneyland, right? And like there was a. I put my lip liner. Ooh, whoops. I put my lip liner in my bag, and the cap broke, and it stained everything. And I had this book in there. Don't ask why I brought Wuthering Heights to Disneyland. It was for the car ride. But anyways, and it stained it. Oh well. Next, this is on. Oh, and that's folly because it's considered. I've heard it be described as gothic romance, so that counts. Next is Daniel Defoe's A Journal of the Plague Year. I picked this up in a bookstore in LA called The Last Bookstore. I'll talk more about that later, but um this one just caught my eye because I've always been interested. Like my older sister, especially, she kind of got me into that like things about the plague from a very young age, I kind of found that era to be so freaking interesting and just like, whoa, like what? Like it was literally called like the Black Death. You know what I mean? Like that's if that's not spooky horror, but like historical, then I don't know what is. So I thought that this was a very fitting book to pick up, considering the fact that it's fall, it's Halloween, it's death. Next, this one is probably a book that is a required reading in most English classes. Not mine though, so I had to go out and get it on my own. This is East of Eden by John Steinbeck. Ooh, sorry. I swear I take care of my books. I swear. Um, yeah, everyone has probably read this. I'm very behind. It's very intimidating. I will get on that. And I hear it's a very good book. Like it wouldn't be a classic if well, man, there are some bad classics. But I've heard good things about it, so I'm excited to get into that. And it looks pretty autumny to me. And also, it doesn't have to be autumny. I could read a book just because I want to read a book. It's on my fall TBR. So what? It's also another Penguin classic. Um, I do love Penguin classics. Sorry, I do. I have like a section on my bookshelf where like all my Penguin classics are, and they look very nice. And I've always wanted that like huge collection, but that'll be a Christmas wish for later on. I have two more books left. I think there's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I think I have 10 total books on this list. So we've already ran through eight. I am a full time student, obviously, and I have a lot of extracurriculars. So I don't have too much time to read during school season. I don't know. But I try to do my best. Especially considering the fact that it's like the only thing I do. I don't watch TV. I do chronically scroll on TikTok though. I'm trying to fix that. But other than my phone, the only thing I do is read. So I'm really trying to like dedicate myself to this. I have 15 books left before I complete my Goodreads goal. I try to read at least 60 books every year. Am not the type of person to read 100, 200 books a year. I can't do that. I don't have the time. I don't know where people find the time. I don't know if people are unemployed. I don't know. I don't know. That's not me. I'm busy. I can't read 100 books a year. So I set 60. 60 is a very attainable goal for me because what I do is like during breaks. So I'm going on a tangent, but during like breaks and stuff, I'll have more time and I go on like a reading spree of like 20 books during each break. So that's how I kind of get most of my books in. I will not be on break in October and November. So reading these 10 in these next 2 months in and of itself is going to be a challenge, but I will be trying my best because they're all books that I've a lot of these have been sitting on my bookshelf for a very long time and I feel guilty not getting to them. I feel guilty buying more books when I have so many unread ones. It like kills me on the inside. So as it should because wasting money, hello. But so I'm gonna try to get on these. Anyways, back to the books. The next one is another classic that I probably should have read 500 Halloweens ago. It's Dracula. It's the pretty one by Penguin Classics. I love these covers so freaking much. I need all of them now, immediately. Um, haven't started it. Really need to start it. I don't think I have to explain why Dracula's a fall autumn read. It's Dracula. It's vampires. It's Halloween. You go outside on Halloween, you'll probably see 20, 30 different people dressed up as Mr. Dracula there. So I don't think that one needs further explanation. The last one is the one I'm probably most excited about. And it ties back to the thing that I was talking about, like the last bookstore in LA. That bookstore's so pretty. Also, it reminds me of, if you live in San Diego, there's this bookstore called Verbatim Books. Those two are like long lost cousins, I swear. They're so cute, pretty, love them. This, I walked into the last bookstore with my friend and I saw it on the table. Like when you enter, there was like a table that had like a bunch of books on it. Just like the display books. I saw this, I ran to it. I ran to it. It's shiny. It's gorgeous. And I love it. This is Canterbury Classics. Classic Tales of Horror. Oh my god. If that's not the most perfect book to like close off the video, this is literally the embodiment of Halloween in October. And it's huge, yes, but it has probably about 20 different stories in it. Do not quote me on that. It's so gorgeous. It literally, oh my god, I was like scrolling, not scrolling. Wow, I'm chronically online. I was going through it and it just, the amount of, oh my god, I can't. I've read some of the stories in here, like some of the Edgar Allan Poe ones, the Metamorphosis, stuff like that, but there are so many other ones. Like, I know the Turn of the Screw is in here. I've been, ooh, my bad. I've been meaning to read that one. You know, there's a couple other, like, it just, when I found this, I was so happy. I was literally running around the store with, like, oh my god, I was so glad. I'm so I love books. The Golden. I can't. This was probably the best find of that entire trip to LA. I loved it so much. Made me so happy. So excited to read this. And again, it's just, this is October. This is October in a book for the 5 other Halloween stands. I'm kidding. I know the Halloween is more popular than that. But yeah, it's, who doesn't love a good classic tales of horror? That's, I love that. I need that. I'm gonna get on that immediately. But yeah, those are my, I'm not even gonna try to pick them all up because actually I will try to pick them up. There's like a billion. Hold on. I'm putting the mic down to show. Those are my books. Those are the books that I will be attempting to read in the next 2 months. I will be checking back in, probably periodically, in my next couple videos and stuff. And I will let you guys know my progress, even if they're not mainly book videos. Like, if it's like a vlog or something, I'll still be like, oh yeah, I'm reading this one now, or I'm on this one. I don't know. But I will be updating because I need to keep myself accountable for these, especially with school and everything and college applications. So I will be checking in on that. But that's basically it. This was like my little intro and my TBR, kind of what I'm planning to read. Um, if you stuck around this far, thank you so much. I appreciate it endlessly. I know it can be kind of annoying to hear me speak about whatever, but if you clicked on this video, you probably also like books. And I like you for that. So thank you. I don't have many people in my day to day life who enjoy books the way I do and that I can converse with. So I hope to create a community here or join a community here where I can talk about it and other people kind of enjoy. But again, this channel will not only be books because I love books. They are like 90% of my life, but a little 10% also peeks through. Like, I will have day to day vlogs, study vlogs, travel vlogs, anything of that sort. Um, I'm trying to kind of take this year and become more of like an independent person, go places by myself more, and just do things on my own and get things done. I'm very unproductive and I need to change that desperately. So hopefully, recording that and kind of sharing it with the world in this way will make it so that I become that sort of better version of me that I want to be. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for staying this long, and I will see you next time.